We begin our 2026 awards by honoring two very special legends of off-Broadway. Peter Flinch, it's funny, every time we mention this, we say legends of off-Broadway, they say, legends? I'm too young to be a legend, you know? But we call them legends because we think about them and their contributions to the theater and their courage and resilience and vision, and we can hardly believe they exist. So, you know, to us, they're legendary. And still, here they are, doing wonderful work year after year, making us think, laugh, and cry, and re-examine ourselves and our assumptions, and they inspire us to emulate them. So let's begin with the 2026 Legend of Off-Broadway honorees. For more than 5 decades, Peter Friedman has made complex and contradictory characters, generous and self-serving, protective and monstrous, even simple, decent, and struggling, feel fully inhabited, accessible, and alive. In play after play, we meet these people and we feel somehow like we know or could have known everyone he portrays. And through his subtle and magical artistry, we find ourselves connected remarkably to the humanity of everyone. Critics, trying to get a handle on this mysterious thing that he does, describe Peter's work as effortless, which I just love. I don't know if that's true. Maybe Peter can tell us. You can confide in us. But he sure makes it seem effortless. And he's put his gift to work in ways that have shaped the life and the growth of the theater, connecting and collaborating, especially with new playwrights, and delivering performances that light new work from within. In 1981, in his off-Broadway debut in A Soldier's Play, produced by the Negro Ensemble Company, his breakout performance captured the racism, confusion, and conflicted humanity of a white commanding officer of a segregated black unit in World War II. Then, in Annie Baker's Circle Mirror Transformation, remember that? He brought, yes, heartbreaking warmth and suppressed anger and quiet bewilderment to the role of James, married to Marty, the very well-meaning, but unfortunately very destructive teacher of an adult acting class. You're going to be careful with those adult acting classes. I think it's one of the lessons of Circle Mirror Transformation. And then in Max Wolf's Friedlich's daring and unsettling Job, I keep wanting to say Job, Job, he brought to vivid life a psychiatrist who it turns out is not just a healer, but also a monster. And in this season's astonishing, moving, and beautiful revival of Claire Barron's You Got Older, he somehow delivered both the awkward comedy, yes, You Got Older, represent. I loved that play. He somehow delivered both the awkward comedy and the profound vulnerability of a father facing illness and mortality while his family struggles to reconnect. By now, of course, the whole world has seen Peter perform his special alchemy as the good, protective, generous, and thoroughly compromised Frank Vernon in HBO's Succession. That's a good thing. We, in Off-Broadway, are willing to share. But the fact that we've known him forever and that he keeps coming back and lighting up our stages makes it especially sweet for us to be celebrating his artistry today. So, please help me welcome the wonderful, compelling, and magical legend of Off-Broadway, Peter Friedman. Okay, come over here. No, over here. We're going to take a picture. That was nice. We'll keep this for you here.
All right, thanks. Wowee. Thanks. I thank the Alliance for this recognition, but I feel like I'm the guy that should recognize you for keeping this institution of Off-Broadway going, which has sustained me all these years. In the early years, it was I went from fluke to fluke, and there was no flow whatsoever. Nothing ever led to anything, and there were huge spans of times between projects. It was excruciating when you know you should be doing. But the flukes were great flukes. I've got no bitch about those. It's just the time between them. Somewhere in the mid-aughts, during the time that I thought I was a father and I should be earning, I thought, I'm failing, I can't get a job, I'll go out to California and try that pilot season thing. I tried it 3 times, 6 weeks each, and I got nothing. When I came back on the last time, my wife, sitting here at table 7, Caitlin suggested that I take an off-Broadway play that I was offered. It wasn't going to solve the money thing, but it certainly was going to help my personal mental state. So I followed her advice, and it was Annie Baker's, I think it's first produced play, Body Awareness, which led to Circle Mirror, and which introduced me then to a world of up-and-coming 30-somethings, and these people revitalized my career. I was asked to be in workshops and readings, and I had at least 1 gig per year, and then it was two gigs per year. And then there came a summer when I did a workshop in Berkeley of the Debate Society's Jacuzzi, and a week of workshop in Cape Cod for Heidi Schreck's Grand Concourse. And later that fall, just months later, 2 separate companies decided to produce them in the same time slot, and I had to choose. And I thought, wait a minute, something's happening. It's accruing. Something's accruing. Incidentally, I adore Heidi, and she knows that, and I adore her play. But if you ever get the opportunity to sit in a hot tub while acting, that's working, why not? A couple of years later, in the space of 18 months, I did 4 off-Broadway shows, all of which I loved, and my modern career took shape because of these young writers. And in the midst of that 18 months, and I think not coincidentally, I was shooting Succession Season 1. So it was 18 months during which I had as much work of the type that I like as I could handle. It was, a vacation. In addition to the life-changing chances given to me by these young writers and the companies that produce them, I've been learning to act from younger directors and colleagues, just by watching and trying to fit in to what they're doing so exquisitely. And the You Got Older gang at Table 7 is a radiant example. It's very real, what Off-Broadway has given to me. It's not gush, and this legend is a happy guy. Thank you.